What's up, everyone? This is FP6 bringing you some more Toxic Cup battles. Check out this swaggy new like purple snakeskin background that's going on. That's pretty cool. These battles are going to be showcasing some Golbat usage here. I believe we have 4 sets of battles here. These first battles are against one of my patrons, MW1014, MW1014, a name so nice that you say it twice. So huge shout out to them for supporting the channel. Thank you very much. And you can see our teams of 6 on the screen right there. Golbat is an amazing flyer for this cup. You're actually going to beat all of the other flyers other than Pidgeot. Like against Swellow, you can go straight Poison Fang and the 2 shield. You'll be able to take that. Against Tranquil, you'll be able to go straight Poison Fang and win that in the 2 shield as well. You get beat in the 1 shield, but because you're so spammy with the Poison Fang damage, you're able to take a lot of those 2 shield scenarios. And against Gliscor and Gligar, you're going to win straight Shadow Ball. Against Flygon as well, you're going to win straight Shadow Ball. Flygon's not really a flyer, even though it has fly in the name. But I really like Golbat. With that Shadow Ball nuke potential, it's just so great. It's very bulky, great stats, and you have a lot of farm down matchups if you get it switch locked against a fighter, which is just amazing because then you can dump all of that energy into whatever the next Pokemon is. Even if you're stuck against one of the anti-flyers like Steelix, you know, those steel types, you can still throw that Shadow Ball and really start to chip away. So I really love Golbat in this cup. Definitely give it a try, and it's ranked very highly on the PvPoke tier list for the Toxic Cup for good reason. In this current line of 6, I was actually running double flyer with Gliscor and Golbat there. And then double steel types, kind of an interesting team. Not really sure if it worked out too well, but you always need to watch out for Wormadam trash, man. When you're making your team of 6, make sure you got solid answers for Wormadam trash. I think Firefang Hippowdon is really interesting. I just don't have one made, and there's like no hippopotamus like spawning here in Colorado. Maybe there's a nest I need to check out if we got a nest going on. But Icefang Drapion is really interesting to shred those flyers as well. This is a very favorable scenario for my Bibarel here. Even if this is Earth Power, it's not going to be enough to take me out. It's only a Body Slam. This Water Gun damage is really chipping away. But I did not want to get hit by another Body Slam there, so I am going to throw the Surf. Probably right before they were able to get to a Body Slam and I'm able to take it out. Escavalier is a very interesting choice for the fighter. The only downside is that you don't get stab on your counter damage, and it's very noticeable, especially like in that Bibarel matchup. The counter damage just really doesn't do as much. The benefit is that you're not weak to confusion with Escavalier. You're insanely glassy though. You're double weak to fire. You're only going to be taking neutral damage from flying, which is pretty nice, and resisting the confusion damage is very nice, but you're going to lose to all the other fighters. So definitely something to take note of there. Now, Toxicroak against Drapion, very favorable matchup. They do bait with Felstinger, great play on their part, and geez, those Ice Fangs were really adding up. Out comes the Escavalier, and I'm just going to be able to throw the Mud Bomb, and this is going to be able to take out that Escavalier. Good match there. Let's see, no Golbat in this line of 3, but let's see how it works out. I like leading with Toxicroak. Because it guarantees that I won't get switch locked against this trash matchup right here. So I got to get out of here right away. I've really been enjoying using Bibarel as a safe switch. Especially if your opponent does not have a grass type on their team, you can always switch into Bibarel. You can always switch into Bibarel. Because they're most likely going to bring out a fighter to meet it, and you're at least going to draw shields with Surf, if not even flip that matchup, especially if they're running Toxicroak. So you could see right there how much damage Bibarel did to that Escavalier, and I'm up a shield. I'm going to bring in Gliscor because this is only going to hit me for neutral damage, most likely an aerial ace. Yep, does a decent chunk, but then I'm able to farm it down. I am up 2 shields. Is the B-Barrel going to come out? I know Wormadam Trash is still in the back. I need to make sure that my Toxicroak doesn't get aligned with that. And they bring out the Wormadam, so this guarantees that my Toxicroak won't be stuck in that matchup, which is really good for me. Gliscor is one of those flyers. In an even shield and even energy scenario, you can go straight Earthquake and beat Wormadam. So definitely take note of that. That's a very important matchup. I was able to successfully get the Night Slash bait there, which puts me at even a better scenario. I have to shield this up because I can't allow my Toxicroak to get on that Wormadam. I was expecting them to switch out right there, which is why I overfarmed a little bit. I didn't want to dump my Earthquake on something unfavorable. But Confusion is such a long turn animation that I like to time throwing my charge moves in the middle of the animation there to guarantee that they won't switch out. This is pretty rough. I don't think I win this matchup here. This is probably a Shadow Ball nuke and going to take me out. Yep. Oh, I barely survived. There's no way I'm getting off a Sludge Bomb, though. This Mud Bomb is still going to be resisted. And then I don't think Gliscor is going to be able to finish the job there. Yeah, he's going to take this matchup. Good games there. Poison Fang is just enough, even though it's resisted by Gliscor, he's able to take me out. Good matches there, and thank you so much for the support. These next battles are up against one of my ultra friends, Lou Altinder. You've seen him on the channel a ways back. I haven't battled him in a long time, so glad to get some battles in. Now, Golbat against Flygon. You can go straight Shadow Ball in the 0 and 1 shield scenario, but I successfully got the Poison Fang bait there, which puts me at an even better scenario here. When I was doing these battles, I was not aware at the time of how good this Golbat matchup was, so I didn't really know the most precise way to play it out, but the Dragon Claw spam is insane, man. If you do not have an Ice-type user on your team, and your opponent is running Flygon, you better watch out, because this thing is just straight nasty. Another Dragon Claw is going to be coming through. Flygon is just too fast, so I'm actually going to let Golbat go down here, and then probably bring in Barrel for a very aggressive farm down. Water is largely unresisted in this cup. First of all, I really like this Toxic Cup a lot. It's so refreshing compared to the Rose Cup. Not really very hard countery, lots of flexible options, lots of farm down scenarios, and it doesn't feel near as bad if you're stuck in a negative matchup because you have a lot of Pokemon that have good coverage moves. Gonna bring out the Skuntank. Yeah, as I was saying, water is largely unresisted, so oftentimes I like to over-farm with my B-Barrel and save a shield for my B-Barrel because I know whatever is in the back it's going to be able to handle. Even if it's an opposing B-Barrel or another water type like Quillfish, you have the Hyper Fang damage, which is so great. I throw the Crunch on the Gligar there. I really want to Poison Jab it down, barely able to do it. And then I believe I'm still going to barely be able to survive a Hyper Fang at that range, probably just with a sliver of health, but I don't want to risk it. Just going to throw the Surf and take this first match. Good games there, Lou Altinder. Going Golbat lead again, which has an unbelievable amount of favorable matchups against his team. I can lead Golbat, and honestly, this is the only negative matchup for me is the B-Barrel. So I'm going to switch into my own B-Barrel to mirror. Out comes the Heracross. This Surf is going to do so much damage. I know the Heracross has to shield this. Oh, but no shield goes through, and the Water Gun damage takes out the Heracross. That is why B-Barrel is so dangerous. If you do not shield, it's pretty nasty, and you actually end up losing that secondary matchup, which I've said this in so many of my videos, but the secondary matchup is the most important matchup of any match. If you have an unfavorable lead, kind of sucks, but it's okay. You can play it out as long as you win out that secondary matchup to ensure that that unfavorable matchups you had in the lead does not reoccur. But in this Toxic Cup, it's really not that bad if you lose the lead or lose the switch in. Nowhere near as punishing as the Rose Cup or even the Fusion Cup, that is for sure. Lots of flexible options in this cup, and so many unique Pokemon that are being used. This is why I love Sylph content and Sylph Cups so much more than Go Battle League. Go Battle League, it is still fun because it's PvP and I love to battle, but it can get very monotonous, and I'm currently just using it as kind of like a Stardust grind to get my battles in for the day and get my dust. But it's not as interesting to me as these unique Sylph metas. Look at all these unique Pokemon that are being used. Freaking Flygon. Man, I don't think we've ever got a chance to use Flygon in any of the past cups. Oh, Kingdom Cup, like from Season 1. But I know I didn't use Flygon. I lose that match there. That's alright, good games. Gonna lead Bibarel this time. See if I get a favorable lead here. Against Gligar, this is very favorable for me. And because it's not Gliscor, it's going to take a lot longer to get to that heavier hitting move. Really nice sacrificial swap right there, but this Surf is still going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. And this is the dream scenario for Golbat, man. Totally farm down, no shields committed, maximum energy gained. Absolutely amazing. Going to heavily resist everything that Heracross throws at you. So now I have a loaded Golbat. I'm up a shield. This is great. Out comes the Gligar again. Most likely going to be a Night Slash. Going to let that go through. Just kind of chips away. Going to go straight Shadow Ball here. Going to see if he wants to burn that last shield. He lets it go through. That is one benefit of running Gligar. You are a lot more tanky than Gliscor. Gonna let this Night Slash go through as well. And so I'm okay with losing switch advantage right there because I'm up a shield. Gonna bring in Skuntank for a very aggressive farm down. Flygon is in the back. I just need to get these crunches off. And most likely I will commit no shields to this Skuntank and just let it go down because Bibarel is gonna sweep it with 2 shields. So no matter what this is, gonna let it go. Skuntank did its job. Oh my gosh, it's an Earthquake. Yeah, that definitely takes me out. But Bibarel's going to be able to come in and take this match. Ooh, I'm doing the double shield flex again. Able to water gun it down with 2 shields remaining. So these next battles are against Eskimo Limon. Ooh, got a train coming through in the background. Don't know if you can hear that. But my Gliscor against the Hippowdon here. This is an interesting matchup. It's pretty much just neutral all around. None of our moves are going to hit for super effective on each other. So I'm just kind of throwing the Night Slash here and playing it out. I did successfully get that Night Slash bait, but now I'm going to go for another Night Slash. If I can get the boost, it's going to be amazing. Still just playing this out. I do commit a shield. Out comes the Flygon. I really wanted to land that Earthquake, but Flygon is just too freaking fast with the charge moves. I'm able to barely survive, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get to that Earthquake, so I went for the Night Slash. I do get the boost at the last second. Now I'm going to be able to throw another Night Slash, so I guess this worked out all right. Going to bring out Bibarel to farm down this Flygon. If this is an Earth Power or an Earthquake, it's really going to hurt. Just a Dragon Claw, chips away a little bit. Out comes Toxicroak. I'm able to get this Surf, which is really great for me. But the Toxicroak is going to commit to just countering down. Yep, that is definitely the play. I still have Gliscor to absorb this damage. I'm going to try to get that matchup to take place. But that did not happen. Gliscor came out and instantly fainted. And now this is pretty rough for my Steelix. This Toxicroak is going to do a lot of damage, but because they switched into the Hippowdon, it allowed my Steelix to get to a crunch. This should be enough to take out the Toxicroak. We're getting some lag, able to take out the Toxicroak. If they would have just stayed in with the Toxicroak there, it might have been able to win, but because their Hippowdon wasn't able to get off a charge move, that was pretty brutal.
We see the Alolan Muck. So Gliscor needs to land the Earthquake here. Night Slash is going to be resisted. I'm going to get hit with Dark Pulses. Going to go for the Night Slash bait here. Let's see if I can get it. Earthquake would very cleanly one-shot, so I do get the successful shield bait. Going to try to build up for Earthquake now. I'm going to let this go through to see how much damage it does. Does a good chunk of damage. I'm going to try to bait again. Holy cow. Does this work? Nope, that was a fail. So I'm going to try to go for this Night Slash. Probably another fail, though. Yeah, that was horribly played. Now I need to either commit my last shield or just accept the losing lead. So that's all right. We are even in shields. Going to bring out Golbat to farm down just a little bit of energy there. Let's see. He brings in Flygon, which I'm going to get hit from a lot of Dragon Claws. With Flygon, you also need to watch out for if they are running Stone Edge. I was actually able to land the Shadow Ball there, which is really good for me. Going to throw the Surf on this Toxicroak. It's going to do a lot of damage. The Surf connects. Able to Water Gun down the Toxicroak there. Out comes the Flygon, and I'm able to take that matchup. All right, going double FLIER and with the barrel switch in here. So this is, again, kind of an interesting matchup, Gliscor against Flygon. I can't really remember how to correctly play this. So I believe I'm just going to see if I can go straight Night Slash and see how this plays out. Flygon is very glassy. Gliscor isn't really super tanky either, though, and the Dragon Claws are really going to add up. And I'm pretty sure Flygon outpaces Gliscor to these cheaper charge moves. So I do commit a shield there. Gonna go for another Night Slash. If I get the boost, this is amazing. I do get a shield though, that's really great. Most likely just going to be another Dragon Claw again. I'm just going to let this go through. I'm able to get to another Night Slash. So this is just spam city here, man. We're just spamming these cheap charge moves at each other. Bring out the barrel. Out comes the Toxicroak. I was trying to go for the Hyper Fang right there. I am going to commit a shield because we CMP tied. And now the Hyper Fang is going to come through. This is going to do an insane amount of damage to the Toxicroak. Able to take out the Toxicroak, so I've regained switch advantage once again. B-Barrel is amazing. Out comes Flygon. This Dragon Claw is barely not going to be enough to take me out. I barely survive. I'm able to Water Gun it down. What is in the back? It's a Venomoth. So my Golbat is going to be weak to the Confusion, but I'm also going to be hitting for super effective on the Venomoth. Venomoth normally is a pretty solid contender whenever it's allowed in the cup, but with Wormadam Trash kind of being the most solid Confusion user, I just don't think Venomoth gets near as much swag in this cup. It sucks that you're weak to Confusion. Like, that is no fun. Good games there. Now we're going up against Frisky 2 times. I think that's how you say his name. He's also a YouTuber. I've watched some of his videos. Make sure you guys go check him out. I believe his YouTube channel is just spelled just like it is right there. I have my Golbat on the Toxicroak, so this is a very favorable matchup for me. I'm okay with eating some Sludge Bombs here. Totally fine with me. Because I resist that damage. It does still do a lot of damage, but I have a very loaded Golbat once again. Great scenario for me. Out comes Ice Fang Drapion, which is a really good response because now all of this stored up energy that I have isn't going to be as effective. I couldn't even get to a second Shadow Ball there, and honestly, he didn't even need to shield up that Shadow Ball because it was resisted, but that's okay. I have this loaded Toxicroak. I want to throw this Mud Bomb right away before this Drapion tries to bail. It connects, does a lot of damage. Out comes the Golbat, and this is pretty much good games right here.
because Bibarel already has a favorable matchup against Golbat, and up a shield, it's just even more favorable. I don't commit a shield on that first Poison Fang. Just going to see how much damage I can do before I have to commit a shield. So I'm obviously going to have to start committing shields now because I do not want my Toxicroak aligned with this Golbat. That would really suck. With this water gun damage, it's really adding up. Golbat's very spammy with these Poison Fangs. I let this go through and I barely survive. Holy cow. Able to get this Surf off. Why would I not shield that? That was insane. And then I bring in Toxicroak. Oh, because I knew this Drapion was going to get to a charge move. I don't think Aqua Tail would have taken out my Toxicroak, but that was a pretty ballsy no shield on that Poison Fang. Good games there. Good first match. Very favorable lead for me here. I'm expecting a switch out. Pretty sure I beat the Bibarel to the charge move. And I don't want to get hit by a Surf if I don't have to. So I'm going to throw the Mud Bomb. I get a shield. Really good for me. This Surf is going to take me out. So I do commit a shield. I'm expecting a FLIER to come out. Okay, so he just lets that go down. Most likely a FLIER is going to come out now. Yep, Gliscor, which is a solid response. We got a little bit of lag there. And that was probably a misclick on the Toxicroak switch in there. Because Golbat is a solid wall to Toxicroak. I go for the Poison Fang bait there. But because of that misclick there, this is a very favorable scenario for me. Gonna let the Sludge Bomb go through. Gonna throw a Poison Fang here because I believe the Toxicroak is just in Poison Fang range. And I have so much stored energy, gonna be able to dump all this energy onto the Gliscor. Shadow Ball lands. And I'm actually just going to let this Night Slash go through. It's just enough to KO me. He gets the boost, but Bibarel's going to come out and water gun that down. Let's see. Final game here. Let's see how we do. Toxicroak lead against Golbat. This is absolutely horrible. So I'm switching into my own Golbat. This is a strategy I like to do a lot. Where whenever I'm stuck in that unfavorable matchup, I kind of like to switch into a mirror matchup. Because most of the time, your opponent is going to sit there for a couple of extra fast moves and be like, I don't know what to do. I was not expecting a mirror matchup, which allows you to get a little bit more energy in that scenario. Out comes the Steelix, and you're seeing right now how ridiculous Golbat can be. I was able to get a shield off of that Steelix. And the Shadow Ball also chunked away. Like 60% of his health is down on the Steelix. I'm up a shield. Bibarel, Toxicroak is going to come in. And he gives up switch advantage there. So my Bibarel is now locked against the Golbat. Very favorable for me because now my Toxicroak was able to avoid the Golbat. So unless he has like Gliscor in the back, Toxicroak is really going to be able to handle anything that he has. Throw the Surf, get the last shield. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get to another Surf before another Poison Fang comes through on the Golbat. I'm still getting used to how the pacing of this matchup works. I'm able to get to this Surf. I know he still has Steelix, which Bibarel has a very favorable matchup against. If the Steelix comes out, most likely he's going to have to dump his energy. So I switch in my own Toxicroak, and this was a very good move on my part because if that Toxicroak got ahead on energy, well, it's going to take me out with a Mud Bomb anyways because a Mud Bomb doesn't one-shot a full health Toxicroak. But now my Bibarel's barely able to water gun down the Toxicroak and then water gun down the Steelix. Very close games. Good games there. Frisky 2 times. If you like this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, be on my friends list, and train with me, head on over to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.